How much deposit do you need? If you're looking to buy your first investment property, one of the biggest questions you'll have is how much deposit do I need to get started? And depending on who you ask or what you search online, the answers can be all over the place. Some people say 20%, others say you can get in with just 10. Then you hear about 5%, guarantors, LMI, offset accounts. It's a lot. Look, in this video, I want to give you some clear understanding of how much you actually need to get in to buy your first investment property. Now, we'll talk about the minimum requirements, what lenders actually want to see, and the pros and cons of going with less versus saving more. I'll also share how smart investors are structuring their deposits to grow faster and build a portfolio, not just buy one and then stop. Let's start with the minimum. Most lenders in Australia will let you buy an investment property with a 10% deposit. Some might even go as low as 5% if you're a strong applicant, but investment loans tend to be seen as slightly higher risk, so expect the minimum to sit at 10% for most. Now, that's just the deposit. You'll also need to factor in purchase costs like stamp duty, legal fees, inspections, and loan setup costs. These can add another 4 to 6% on top of the purchase price, so if you're buying something worth, let's say, $500,000, you're probably going to need close to $80,000 all up. $50,000 as a deposit, another $20,000 to $30,000 to cover the costs. But here's where the strategy comes in. A lot of first-time investors think they need to wait until they've saved that 20%. That's simply not true. You can absolutely invest with less, and many successful investors do, especially if their goal is to build a portfolio, not just buy one property. Now, of course, if you go in with less than 20%, you'll likely have to pay LMI, but we've covered LMI in a previous video, but just to quickly summarize, it's a one-off premium that protects the bank if you default on the loan. The other reason why many investors go with smaller deposit is leverage. Let's say you've got $150,000 in savings. You could put 20% down and buy a $750,000 property, or you could split that across two $500,000 properties, putting down a 10% deposit on each and covering the costs. That gives you more exposure to growth in two locations, and it spreads your risk. This increases your total rental income, and it sets you up to build equity faster and refinance into your next investment. The right deposit depends on your income, borrowing power, risk tolerance, and goals. If you're a conservative investor and want lower repayments with less risk, a 20% deposit makes sense. But if you're trying to scale up and grow a portfolio and you've got strong cash flow and buffers in place, using a 10% deposit might help you move faster. If you already own a home or another investment, you might not even need cash at all. You can use the equity in your existing property as your deposit, essentially borrowing 100% of the new property's value using both loans. If you're just starting out and your savings are limited, speak to a mortgage broker. They can show you what's possible with your current situation and help you plan a roadmap for growing over time. The bottom line is this: you don't need to wait until you've got a six-figure deposit to start investing. With the right structure and strategy, you can use a smaller deposit, borrow smart, and start building wealth sooner while the market does some of the heavy lifting. Now, if you found this helpful, hit that like and subscribe button, drop us a comment, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.